Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special Monday night edition of the Transporter Room. Today, I am joined by Fathery from Tex-Trek. How you doing, Fathery?
Howdy, howdy. I am happy to be here. I'm very excited for the reason that we're talking today.
Exactly, exactly. We had, actually, I guess I can thank Joel for reminding me about this because I was talking about, man, I need something to do with, now that we finished the Lego build, and it was like, oh, he's like, cruise, free cruise. I'm like, of course. And so, yeah. So as I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people have heard. This is my first time to do the Star Trek cruise, and so I was like, well, you know what? Let me get with Father, who's kind of he's a veteran. At least he's been more than me. How many times have you been now?
This will be my fifth, number
Oh
five.
wow. Okay, so yes, you are the cruise. You're the cruise goer here right now. Um, Yeah, and so I just thought, like, let's just do together, do a little pre-cruise chat, and see what it's like. Because I mean, I got the schedule, and oh my gosh, it was kind of crazy. But yeah, so honestly, just give us some information about the cruise and what's like, what your experience has been for the last 5 years.
Well, I haven't gone the last 5 years, but over
Okay.
the I guess this is the ninth one they've done. The first one
Right.
was in 2016 for I guess the 50th anniversary. So, but I went the year after that. I went on 17, I think, or no, it
Oh
wasn't
wow.
18 by then. I guess it was 2018. But anyways, I've done four of the eight previous ones, so I guess I've done half of them. Um,
Wow.
but I can't really compare it to a regular cruise because I've never done one of those. That's the only type of cruising I've ever done.
Uh-huh.
But everyone I know who does the Star Trek cruise, they tell me like, "Oh yeah, this is my all-time favorite cruise experience."
Hmm.
Sorry, I have a rambunctious dog rolling around. He's
That's okay.
excited to be away from me for a week, I guess.
That's okay. My dog just unplugged one of my lights here. I was like, why did my light go off? Because he hit the plug, so I lost half my lighting. But well, that's kind of cool. I mean, I remember seeing some of your videos that you posted. Well, actually, if I'm not mistaken, your opening on your Text Trek opening's got some cruise pictures in it. Or at
It
least it used
does.
to.
There is footage from the Star Trek cruise in the Text Trek opening credits we use on YouTube on Friday nights on our main podcast show.
Yeah, that's cool. And so, oh gosh, so yeah, so this is my first time to go. Everybody that I've talked to, including Fathery and a lot of other people, have said, this is better than as we like to call it, a land convention. Um, and so I'm really looking forward to. I was talking to people yesterday. I'm a little worried because I've never been on a cruise ever, and so I was like, oh gosh, what's it going to be like, and all that type of stuff. So honestly, if you couldn't, I was for myself, everybody kind of before we get into like the schedule, because oh my god, it was like 7 pages. Of course, 7-day cruise, one per day, but still, kind of like what should I expect, just for the boarding aspect of it.
Oh, like well, going through security is a lot more chill than like TSA at the airport. So
Good.
but it is still like a bit time consuming, but people tend to
Mhm.
be in a better mood. The energy tends to be a bit better, so it's not quite that miserable airport traveling dread. Uh, and
Good.
then I love that the greatest feeling in the world to me though is when I make it to the gangway and actually get to step on board the ship because I'll never forget like the first time on my first Star Trek cruise, but they were playing the theme music of Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home, which I think is
Oh,
such a
really?
it's a beautiful upbeat theme. It's very unique among the Star Trek scores. But it's like I can't hear that music without wanting to smile. It's just like I just think of Kirk and Spock and Scotty and Uhura splashing around with the humpback whales at the end of that movie. Just
Mhm.
like that big like joyous feeling of like, yeah, like the voyage home, like we made it home, and like, so now I always associate that with the Star Trek cruise. When I step foot on that ship, I'm like, I'm home. And I got the drink package this year, so I guess I'm gonna like put that to work as soon as I set foot on that ship. But
Okay. So did you do the big daddy package or the second largest
I
one?
we did the big one,
Oh,
which I like when I go vacay, I can drink. So we wanted to have like a good easy experience for Taylor too. This is her first
cool.
Star Trek cruise. So
I was going back and forth on. I still need to make it. I mean, I haven't. I just have just the regular what's included. I'm definitely not going to do that one. I thought about doing the one down, which I think is everything
right.
but alcohol.
That's the one I would recommend to most people,
Yeah.
unless you're gonna drink over 8 drinks every day for the whole week. You'll lose money. So don't
That's
get
what
the
I. That's what I figured. And because I mean, who knows? I have no how much this, but I was surprised for people that don't know. Like when you, I mean, there may be a lot of people on the cruise, but when you, oh my gosh, when like you they package everything. You've got your drink package, your food packages. You can get your internet and everything. And so I did buy the internet for the week because I hope to be doing some content
sure.
on the cruise. Sam
Yeah.
with drink package. Joel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Caleb would give her the drink package hack. That was like the patch he installed when he was playing around with her code.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, so I mean, so yeah, I'm doing the internet package. I did do a water package. But I just found out from some other people, I didn't know this, that at times they can like I didn't realize they kind of like limited your power in your room. Not really limit, but like if you have like a surge strip or something, I've heard they can get a little testy about that.
Oh, if you bring in like a lot of computers to like mine Bitcoin or something, they'll they'll be like, why are they using all this electricity in this cabin?
Oh, that's too funny.
I didn't know about that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I did. I just one of the other cruise groups that I'm in, from other groups, and they were saying, yeah, they were telling me about that. I was like, oh my gosh! But just make sure you kind of put it away before you leave your cruise, your cabin, and then they don't ever know. But no, like I said, everybody says it's fun. I just, it's hard to imagine, and like, so you've been there enough to like to even think about like doing it for 7 days. Wow.
Well, that's kind of the beauty of it is like the first day that you're on there, like everyone is like ready to party. It is like being at a land convention.
Uh-huh.
And they bring all the actors out on stage up on the pool deck on top of the ship, and you have this big announcement ceremony to launch the ship and start the cruise. And as the days go by, after a day or two, people kind of mellow out a little bit. And that's what the actors seem to enjoy the most, is that they can just kind of enjoy their cruise also. And just some are more mingly than other people. Like I've frequently seen Armin Shimmerman chatting with people on the cruise, or I would see Nana visitors and Denise Crosby getting drinks together at a bar. They're like, there's some people like, Brent Spiner, who you're only going to see him if he's on stage. He's like very private. Or, I think William Shatner, one of the guests on board this year, the same way.
Yeah, I can see that. But, I've heard that though, too, about from like actually when it was Connor, and Connor Dom said the same thing about like, it's like you said, the first day, it's a little, I think everybody's kind of on, overload, on tilt. But then by day 2 or 3, everybody's just chilled. And, it's interesting.
Yeah. And Connor and Dom seem to have a lot of fun on the, I can, I don't know. I'm not going to tell that story. I don't want to.
Oh, it's not telling those stories yet.
But I'll just say that I've seen a lot of the actors enjoy themselves on the Star Trek cruise.
Correct. I've heard that too. See, now this is what Rachel's saying. She's heard that they don't allow curling irons. Yeah, I don't know.
That might be the case. I don't know. I have naturally curly hair, so I don't have to pack a curling iron.
I don't have much hair, so I don't have to worry about that anymore or ever. I got a Joanne side, and she joined us this evening. Hello,
Hi, Joanne.
but yeah, so that's cool. That's good to know. Do you do any of the excursions or?
I have in the past. This year I'm not doing the excursions because the ports we're going to I'm excited to go to. I've never been to Dominican Republic. I've never been to Puerto Rico,
Mhm.
and so I just kind of just want to walk around town for a little bit. And
Got you.
that's kind of just like the thing I do on the cruises. But I've done a lot of excursions in the past.
Hmm.
I tend to like the kind of the things that are more like tour based, where they
Got
kind
you.
of show you a lot of sights. But it's also fun seeing the Star Trek actors also participate on the excursions or just
Oh,
whatever
really?
they're doing. Because yeah, it's
Oh,
like
wow.
they're on vacation too. Like when
Wow,
I
that's true. They really are. It is their vacation. It's a for them. It's a working
mhm.
vacation, but still, it's probably a little more work. I mean, a little more vacation than work at times, depending upon the day. I bet.
Like I was at Costa Maya, Mexico on one of the cruises, and just like I
Oh,
just looked across the beach and like, oh, there's Michael Dorn with his family splashing around in the water. So just
what?
it's so fun to get to see the actors enjoying themselves so much.
That's cool. That's really cool. I didn't. I mean, again, I know it's like it's a vacation, so and that's one thing I've heard. Like I said, that the people, the goers like us, the fans, after a while they just chill and everybody just do their own thing. So that's really nice to know. Yeah, I'm not doing any of the excursions this year. I don't even know if I'm going to get off the ship, unfortunately, this year. We'll see. I just with my bad hip, I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to take it easy, but that's okay. I booked for 2027 and I'll have a new artificial hip by then. So I'll be able to go all over the place.
I'm very excited for the next year cruise, just given the fact that it takes off out of New Orleans, so it's
I
like
know.
a
Me too.
drivable distance.
When I saw that, I was like, I'll do it. I mean, which is something I didn't realize. I was like, ooh, we got to make that decision now. But again, they let you fully refund up until a certain point in time. So I had made a comment in a Discord group that I said, but what if I don't like, I was like, man, they'll make us decide now. And I said, what if I don't like it? Like, what if I just don't really enjoy it? And I think she said, like, you're making like a sacrilegious statement, not enjoying the cruise. I was like, okay, fine, fine, fine. We'll see. Um, but yeah, so I saw that we just got the schedule. I think what
Hmm.
yesterday or the day before.
Hmm.
It's massive.
It is. There's a lot going on, but one thing I do really appreciate about the cruise as compared to the typical land convention, like
Mhm.
say STLV, the big one, the
Yeah,
biggest one we do,
correct.
there tends to be a lot of overlap with the three stages they have at
Mhm.
Vegas, and you have to pick and choose. Am I going to go? I want to see Walter Koenig. I've heard him tell these same stories for decades, though, but I don't know how much time we have with him. I really need to see him. But then there's like this other great guest going on in a different stage that like I also
Yeah.
want to go see, and you have to make those difficult decisions. But on the cruise, I feel like there's less overlap. Things are more, it's just more chill, more laid back, a slower pace, and it's so
Mhm.
easy to get around the ship. Everything is closer together. You're not spread out across
Oh,
the Rio, so it's
okay. Well,
yeah.
that's good to know. All right, so I'm going to actually bring up the schedule here and take a little peek at this sucker because I have actually not had a chance to fully look at it yet. So, oh my gosh! So we've got day one is just it's like you've got your cruise. What would you call it here? Our just your guest services and all that type of stuff. The orientation. Oh my gosh! So A1 doesn't look too crazy to me.
Yeah, the main thing will be the party on the pool stage at 3:30, I guess, with DJ Miss Ninja. So they typically they have the same band every year. They have band 47. I make the
Okay.
joke that they only know 47 songs. Like they'll play Sweet Caroline like 19 times on this cruise probably, uh,
That's funny.
but no, they put on a good show. I like to watch them, and they normally have like a different DJ every year. So if you wanna go to
Mhm.
a concert or go to see the DJ, they normally have both playing each night. Um,
Oh, really? Okay. I did not know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you've got the launch party, the cruise, and then and it's something I had learned. They have you have blue passes and red passes.
Right. So red team and blue team, like that recent episode of Academy on the
Oh,
Miyazaki. Are you on the blue team or the red team?
I'm on the blue team.
Okay, I'm on the red team. So you're going on the away mission, and I'm gonna stay on the Athena Bridge. Is how it broke down there. But
Yes.
the reason they do that is for they do two shows every night where they have the early show and then the main show so that you can choose do you go to the show before dinner or after dinner. So I always
Mhm.
do the late show just cuz I figure they'll do it better the second time, right?
True. Yeah, and you're right. And again, I didn't really know, so I just like let me get it out of the way early. But then also, I've heard someone say that I guess it depends upon maybe how like, if the show is full that sometimes you can actually flip your pass. You can go to like if you're a blue, you can go to red and vice versa. But I don't know that's what I heard. I don't know if that's you can really do that or not. But
Yeah, I've never had to do that. I don't think it really matters, one way or the other. You're going to see the same programming, but
Mhm,
it's another unique thing that you're not going to be as likely to see at a convention. I know that like since the cruise has become so popular, I see like
mhm,
Creation and maybe some other convention companies trying to do more like concerts and events and stuff like that. But
uh-huh.
they make the actors perform on this cruise. Like yeah, like they get a free vacation out of it, but they got to get on stage and do something, get like show off
Exactly.
some of that talent they got.
Ah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and so you've got theme night. So it looks like the first night is rep your Star Trek.
So the themes this year, I'm gonna sound like a little like snobby, like a little like okay, I'm
Oh,
like a cruise veteran. I've done a few of these, but I think these themes are kind of weak this year. It's like
oh,
rep your
great.
Star Trek, like that can be like any night, right? Like that. I don't know. I just feel like that's not very like in the past they would do like pirate night, or where a lot of people would dress up
Hmm.
like Orions, a lot of green body paint, or they would do mirror universe night.
Oh, cool. Ah, okay. So we got rep your Star Trek. So that basically means cosplay your favorite, like Enterprise or whatever. I mean,
I suppose, yeah.
yeah.
I haven't got my cosplay figured out, but I like to wear a lot of Starfleet uniforms, so
Mhm.
I'll probably just pick whatever currently fits well and wear
Yeah.
that night.
Oh man. So I definitely going to do this 5:30 to meet the Federation Advisors and Science Squad. We got the Kudas, Michael Westmore, Lolita. Yeah, that'd be a good one to go
Yeah, I
to.
think Larry Nemechek's on that panel too.
Yep. We got Dr. Muhammad Noor, Larry, and Dave Zapone, and Rob Perlman. Oh man, hosted by Rob. Nice.
Yeah, really cool lineup there. Rob Perlman does a lot of stuff on the cruise. He normally does a book club. That they have a book this year where I guess you're supposed to read the book before the cruise. So I haven't done the homework. I'm not going to participate. But
Mhm.
he's a kind of a cruise staple. He's been on it. I don't know about every year, but most years. I think Denise
Mhm.
Crosby and John Delancey are the only two actors that have been on every single Star Trek cruise.
Yeah, I've kind of heard that. I think, and has Denise been on? Because I know Danon now she's doing her tequila thing or her margarita or whatever it is. Not Nana is, but dang, it's crazy. Oh, Joanne wanted to know, are there any special meals? And I think there is, or something like that.
Well, they have some the the cruise ship has its normal like specialty dining restaurants where they have like a sushi place and a steakhouse and a
Mhm.
Italian food place. But like in the main dining hall, I don't know if they have like a banquet night, but they do have one of the themes is kind of the more formal. It's called like
Mhm.
the captain's ball or something like that. They normally do like a formal night, but a lot of people just wear like dress uniforms.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I asked somebody. I didn't realize like if I was like, do I need pants? Because I'm thinking like, you know, I'm always remembering like what was like on the Love Boat when they had the captain's night dining with the captain where
Hmm.
everybody would do their black tie or stuff like that.
Yeah, they don't do anything quite like that on this cruise. You're safe just wearing shorts and t-shirts for the whole week. Uh,
Nice.
That's how I used to do it. I used when I started doing the cruises, I didn't dress up in the uniforms. I started that
Mhm.
just a few years ago, really.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we've got that. So you've got the theme, you've got that for so the meet the educators. Then you have your welcome, which is the actual welcome featuring the game. Oh, so they have game night the first night featuring Star Trek game night.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's gonna be, but that's on the that's like the main show for that night, right?
Let's see here. Yeah, you got Star Trek The Cruise Night welcome show featuring Star Trek game night. So that's the blue pass is from 7 to
Right.
8:15. And then they do it again for you. Ooh, for the red pass members at 9 o'clock. Ooh, that's gonna be late.
But the thing I'm most looking forward to on that first night is the announcement for Cruise 2027. That's kind of a traditional thing they do every year, but they will announce the lineup for next year's cruise on the current one.
Oh, really? Yeah, and so Chuck's asking, do they have a vendor's room? I don't know that answer.
They don't have a vendor's room. They have one store that has the official cruise merch. They have like a different exclusive T-shirts every year, and like I don't know other like memorabilia, like shot glasses and stuff like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I did
But
not
yeah,
know
just
that.
they have a gift shop.
Okay. And then we have okay. Ha. I don't know if I might want to, I kind of might want to do this. I don't know. At 11 o'clock that night on day one, they're going to they're going to watch Star Trek, the motion picture.
Yeah, so that's another really fun thing on the cruise that they play Star Trek movies at night on the pool deck. It's really fun. Like I like it to just I don't know. It's just a way to relax after a long day of boozing and
Mhm.
cruising. Just like yeah, let me just lay under the stars and watch Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Sounds like a relaxing time.
It does. It really does sound like a relaxing time, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I may actually, if I'm still awake, I'll do it. And then we go to day two. We got an office hours for Dr. Muhammad, which that'll be nice. Then you get all the photo sessions. So, all right. So, day two, kind of tell me you can like if you know, have you had a chance to look at it over on the schedule yet? Because I have not. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm probably they're kind of like, what are some things that like you're thinking about doing like on the second day?
Well, the one thing I want to be sure to hit up on day two at 10 a.m. So after I have my breakfast, maybe after a Bloody Mary or two, I want to go to the Mastering Shakespeare with Armin Shimmerman panel because I've seen him do this lecture before. He's actually been a I think an honorary professor. I don't know, maybe like a real professor at USC or some
Yes,
school over there.
yes, he is, and he actually is doing that. He just recently announced on one of the Delta Fire things he's doing another one of his Shakespeare sessions. Like you know, if it's a class you can actually pay to take, which is really kind of cool. Okay, that's cool. So which time? What time has he got? Oh, they're showing.
It's 10 a.m.
Okay, 10 a.m. Right there it is. Smashing Armor. Okay,
And
so doing it again?
if you notice on the schedule, there's also a repeat performance of it on
Yeah.
Sunday at 4. So that's another cool thing is that a lot of these they do twice. So if you miss it the first time because you're trying to get your photo or something,
Mhm,
the schedule does change a little bit on the cruise, so the
mhm.
day-to-day schedule will probably be different than this, but they do a pretty good job getting you updated every day. That's another cool thing about the cruise, but they will leave you a gift every day after housekeeping comes to make up your bed, and they'll leave you
Oh,
the schedule for the next day. That's however its updated form appears to be.
okay. Okay, I gotta know what potpourri with William Shatner.
I have no idea what that is.
What in the war? Oh my gosh. Okay. Um.
We put it
Oh,
on our list to try to go to that when the one that whenever we don't do the Shakespeare with Armin, we're gonna do the Shatner thing,
I'd probably do that Sunday at 4 again.
right?
That's interesting. Okay. Then you've got at 10:30, we got Trek Loser Draw, hosted by Dr. Larry Nemechek. Dr. Trek Larry Nemechek. That'd be fun. Um, oh, definitely got a panel we're gonna do. Well, they've got panels with Discovery panel featuring Doug, Anthony, Ava Blackwell, Raven. Dang, that's gonna be a good one too. Mm-mm-mm. We got a Michael Westmore documentary on at 1 o'clock preview. Oh my
Yeah, so they've been talking about that Westmore documentary for a while now, but yeah, I'm curious to see it. So I think they're just showing a part of it, but
correct. That's what's gonna be. That's what's being shown. Did you were not at Trek to Chicago, correct? So yeah, they did a little sneak, a very smart sizzle of it in Chicago at Trek to Chicago. And so it was kind of nice to see that. Let's see here. What else we got going on there? There's just a lot going on. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing here what so that's got that. Did you do any, I don't know if y'all did it, any of the special events that they do? Were you able to get signed up for any of those this year?
I've done those in years past. I didn't get any tickets to do any of those this year, but one that I have done in the past that I've mentioned recently is the tequila tasting with Denise Crosby. I also did a whiskey tasting with Dr. Erin McDonald that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
She used to
Oh,
live in Scotland, like, and has like Scottish
oh,
heritage, and like she really gets nerdy about like the not just like the history of the whiskey, but
really?
also like the science, like the chemistry and stuff with it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, oh gosh, one thing that everybody needs to learn to know about this stuff, like those things, and I felt so bad. I forgot about them because they released they emailed everybody saying, "Hey, we're gonna have these out on this day," and it's the window, the ticket window opens at 11 o'clock or whatever it was that morning, like and I totally forgot, and they were all sold out by the time
I've
like
been burned by that before though. Like I have been like on the computer ready to go at the time that they went live, and like I was trying to get like I don't know, making sushi with Sonequa Martin Green, and it
uh-huh.
sold out right in front of me. So and I was like trying to get into it.
Yeah,
I think I went and got added something else to cart first, and then when I tried to get that one, it was already sold out. So
yeah.
yeah, you have to be very quick on some of those.
It's like I guess the best analogy would be it's kind of like a Taylor Swift concert. You got to just be in there and just going
But
because they only do, I think it's 20 seats for
yeah.
those or something. And so I was like, oh my gosh. So I totally forgot about it. And like 10 o'clock that night, I logged in knowing very well that the chances of that being available was slim to none, to say the least.
But there's so much free stuff
Yeah.
that you're not really missing out. Like there's gonna be plenty of other
That's what I
things
heard.
going on at that same time. So
And that's what I was told because I went and told some people, I was like, I missed this. They're like, don't worry, you'll be fine.
oh, I'll tell you one of the best ones I ever did though. It was on cruise number 2, the first one I went on, and it was Bob O'Reilly, who plays not Martok, Galron, was on
Elron.
board. He was actually John Paladin, the makeup artist, was there too, and O'Reilly was actually in Galron prosthetics. He
Ooh,
was in full Klingon costume and everything. And we went on a Klingon pub crawl where if you had like this ticket, you could just go like to a series of bars, and they would have like a different cocktail for each bar. And
mhm.
but someone had printed out like the lyrics to Klingon war songs, and so we were like singing those as like a big group. So I drank and sang Klingon war songs with Galron on the Star Trek cruise once.
Okay.
That was a really cool experience.
That's yes. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes, that had to be a freaking really dang cool experience. Oh my gosh. Uh yeah. I don't. Yeah. We've got let's see here. So we've got a Star Trek the original series 60 panel at 3 o'clock. Panel, Walter. Um.
Yeah, and a
Yes.
couple of TOS guest stars are on
Yep.
board because this is the 60th anniversary for TOS. Last year on the cruise, I didn't go last year, but it was the
Yeah.
what was it, 30th for
Last year was the 30th for Voyager.
Voyager. Uh, Yeah, so they only have one Voyager actor on board this year, but I mean, like they had all of them last year, so
Correct.
I kind of get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who do they have? Is it who is the voice?
Picardo, Bob Picardo, and
But he
see
goes on every cruise.
he's Voyager slash Prodigy slash Academy, so he's not even like a Voyager exclusive
Oh,
actor.
true. That is so true nowadays because he's 3 series. He almost might he might catch somebody here one of these days. You never know. Yeah. So I oh my gosh. So theme night is heroes and villains. Okay, that kind of okay. I mean, we're gonna be a Romulan, Klingon, but basically, but heroes and villains. Well, but would you say Klingons are the villains nowadays? Not in the 23rd century, they might be, but not in the 24th century per se.
I mean, that's one of the neat things about Star Trek is that it's typically not that black and white to be
Exactly.
like all of these people count as heroes and all of these as villains.
That's right. I mean, some people might say Gold Clock could be a hero in some ways.
Some people would say that. I think they're wrong, but they would say that.
He wanted to be the hero and just was kind of, yeah.
He was the hero in his own story, though.
Absolutely, he was. Yeah, and so we've got this. I'm going to pull up real quick. I'm going to go back to the schedule, but because I know, yeah, I want to pull up the website for a minute and show the cast, as they call them, the crew of this convention this year. It's a really good group. I'm so grateful that Mr. Frakes is going to be on there this year. And now I'm still not going to get his autograph this year. I'm waiting. Oh, I'm pulling this up. That was the hardest part for me was trying to figure out, okay, whose autographs am I going to get or photo ops am I going to do, on this trip first? And I was like, when I first did my, when I had my, my shopping cart going, I was like, okay, I had like $900 worth of, photo ops in there. And then I quickly backed that off real quick because I'm like, wait a second, time out here. I don't need to be spending $1,000. And then, especially because then I'm like, wait a second, some of these are going to be in Vegas. So
yes,
let me get the ones that are going to be like, might be the hard ones to get. So like, so this year you've got, obviously, because we've got Walter and Shatner, Jonathan Frakes is going to be there. Marina. So I'm getting Walter's out. I'm going to do a photo op with Walter and Marina since Marina doesn't go to anything anymore that I'm aware of outside of the cruise, I think.
Yeah, she hasn't been doing the conventions as frequently as she used to. But
Yeah.
she moved back to the UK a few years ago, right?
Correct.
So that's probably
I mean,
part
that's
of it.
understandable. So you got Marina, John Delancey, Denise, Harry Farrell, Nana, Armin. I did see on the schedule there's a bar thing, I think at 4 to 4:30 with Armin. I got to go do that.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there.
I have to. I just saw that. I'm like, I got to go do that. And then you got Max, Chase Masterson. I was so frustrated. I really did want to go to her breakfast for the pop culture, but again, sold out before I could get there. Bob Picardo, John Billingsley, Connor and Anthony Montgomery, Dominic.
Their panel is going to be hilarious. Some of the best cruise experiences I've had is going to the Enterprise panels when John Billingsley is there.
Oh, it has to be. I mean, I cannot wait to see. Well, when I talk to him on the cruise, I'm gonna give him a hard time because he's the only one. He kept me from being able to ask my question to us. And as Rachel and Joel know, I'm never going to let him live that down. He kept me from getting ask my question to Scott Bakula at Vegas last year.
I remember that. I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because he decided to jump ahead of the line over on the other side of the hall of the convention hall and ask his question. And they, obviously it's John, and so they're going to let him have a little more time than most normal people. I was like, dang it.
Well,
So
the good news is Scott Bakula said he's coming back to Vegas next year.
That's
Or
what he
this year.
said.
It's this year now. We're in
This year.
2026.
that's what he said. So yeah, I can only imagine the panel with John and Connor and Dominic and even Anthony. And then you got Dougie Jones, Anthony Rapp, and then Ava Blackwell, Raven Dada, David Tomlinson, Stashwick, I can only imagine what it's like being on a cruise with Todd. Oh my God.
He's also, speaking of hilarious people, the two most casually hilarious people I've ever encountered are Todd Stashwick and Tawny Newsome when they are together on the Star Trek cruise.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and one of our mutual friend, or Cassandra, she said that it's usually Tawny's birthday when she's on the cruise as well, or sometimes somehow it works out to have Tawny's birthday party. So yeah, that'll be fun. You got Eugene Cordero, Noel Wells, and then a new addition right here, Ina Yashere. I was getting ready to go buy Carice Brooks' photo op, and it was not there. So I like hit up some of the group chats I'm in. I said, "Hey, are y'all having problems seeing this?" And like, they're like, "There's no." I mean, like I was saying, well, did it sell out? And they're like, "Nobody has ever sold out." Long story short, she had to drop out for whatever reasons, and so they gave us Laura Thok, which I went ahead. I'm getting Laura Thok and Zoe Steiner photo ops while I'm on the cruise.
Nice. I was sad to lose Carice Brooks, but I'm happy to have Gina Yashere there. The big thing for me is I've never seen them on stage at a panel, so I want to go hear these actors answer questions. I have a question or two I want to ask. So. And Noelle Wells has never been on the cruise before, so this will be her first time experience.
All right, so another first time.
Yeah,
me too.
But these Academy actors, part of the fun with whenever there's a new Star Trek show is that when you see those actors at the convention, it's new to them, and like they're just so like overwhelmed and surprised at encountering the fandom, and mostly it's like, oh, y'all are all actually like really nice. Like I was intimidated getting into this, but you're all really cool to me.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it's I'm looking forward to that. And then we've got our Sean Kinney, Sandra Gimble, and Tanya, and it was Bobby Clark was going to be the Gorn was going to be on there, but he had to back out for whatever reason, so they replaced him with Tanya Lamani. I met Sandra at Trek to Chicago last year, and she was so nice to talk to.
She's really cool.
She is cool. And so earlier, Delandra said bring back some discount codes for the 2027 cruise. I wish we could. Believe me, we could. Because yeah, it's a fun one there.
Just stow away, just like hide on board the ship, hide in the lower decks for a full year, and then you're on board for next year.
Yeah, really. Hopefully I get to meet Mike and Denise Akuta. I've not met them. Westmore, I got to meet last year in Vegas. Larry, Lolita, never met Dr. Aaron McDonald, Muhammad, and some of the other people. Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun trip. I'm looking forward to this big time.
Yeah, I mean I didn't go last year, so I feel like I've been looking forward to it for 2 years. But it's something like whenever I'm having a rough day, I'm always like, well, I'm gonna be on that cruise and. How many more days? So I've been thinking that for about 2 years. I am very ready.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like I said, we'll see how it goes. Let me bring this back up here real quick. I'm gonna bring up day 3. So this is interesting. You can do yoga with Terry Farrell.
So I did not particularly want to do yoga for the first time in front of one of my childhood crushes and like embarrass myself in front of the whole cruise ship. But Taylor has been telling me like you keep saying you want to try yoga someday, so here's the perfect opportunity. And she's gonna drag me to the yoga. So I think there's another session later in the week that's particularly for beginners, so I'll do that one and not this day 3 one. But that's a perfect example there. I mentioned there's so many free things to go to in addition to buying another ticket to something. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, you
know that
you can do yoga with Terry Farrell for free.
Yeah, I mean, why? I mean, I'm not going to do that either. Don't worry.
But another thing I'm really looking forward to, I think that's the night that Anthony Rapp is performing his concert. I think that might be day 3, but whenever that is, Anthony Rapp can he can sing. Like he's got some pipes. So
Oh
it's
yes.
a joy to see that in person or
Oh
hear
yeah.
that
That
in person.
is on. That is day 3 at for the first blue pass holders is at 6:30, and then for the red pass is at 9 that night. Um, it's on day 3. Oh, name that tune the 1960s. That actually sounds kind of fun. I don't know about
Yeah.
good I would do, but still it sounds kind of fun.
Some of the given how like the age groups of some of the people on this cruise, like there's some people who are going to do pretty good at that because they're going to like, oh yeah, I remember listening to that in the '60s. But
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Oh, they're doing trivia with Science Squad hosted by Dr. Aaron McDonald and Dr. Muhammad Noor on day 3. That would be fun. Oh,
yeah,
dang.
the trivia events are pretty fun. Like I know, like on night one, Noel Wells is doing trivia. I've in the past I've gone to like they've had Sirach Lofton host trivia
Mhm.
where he'll just like read the questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. He did that at, no, he didn't do, did he do, what did he do at in Chicago? He did the karaoke in Chicago last year. Um, that's fun. Oh, at 9:15 on day 3, they're doing the man behind the makeup chat with Michael Westmore. Okay. Yes. I have to go to that. I won't go
Yeah.
to that. That's for dang sure. Do 30th anniversary showing of Star Trek First Contact. And then of course the Wrath of Khan.
It's
Oh
so
my,
odd to show both of those the same night, you know, like
yeah.
space those out a little bit. Like
Really? Because you've got, yeah, I mean, it's a 10:40 and they're starting 15 minutes apart. Well, oh well, I guess we just have to, I don't know.
I mean, it ain't like we haven't seen those before, so.
I know. And like, yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's another fun thing though. In the cabin on your TV, all of the TV channels are playing Star Trek. Like one channel will have Lower Decks on, you change the channel. Another one will have one of the movies on. You change the channel, and it'll be TNG. Like you're so bombarded with Star
Oh,
Trek nonstop from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed.
oh my gosh. Well, and actually, and so Ronnie asked if they were doing some DS9. I'm pretty sure there is. I just probably missed it on here. I'm sure they are.
Yeah,
Um,
one of the and I think it's day two, but in the morning they're showing in the pale moonlight. And I'm like, that's a
yes.
hell of a way to wake up. That's a hell of an episode to start your day to. It's kind of dark and ominous, but it is a good
Yeah,
episode.
you are correct. I mean, I've got it up there. But I also have my computer. Yes, on day 2, literally at 9 a.m. We're starting with pale moonlight. So good episode. I mean, it's a great episode. I mean,
Yeah.
golly. Yeah, no, it's a great episode. And dang it, I was thinking something. I forgot what I was going to ask. Something about new episodes. So I was having a discussion and yesterday in the live chat about not probably being able to make the Tex-Trek first reactions on Thursday because we won't be able to I'm not sure. Well, do you think they will stream the new episode of the Thursday night's episode of Academy on the cruise?
I don't think they would show that episode, but I know that the one that comes out the last day of the cruise before we get back, like
Oh,
that
okay.
night, they're actually scheduling a viewing of that episode.
Okay, that's what I'm sorry. Yeah, it should have been. It won't be this Thursday. It'd be the following Thursday. Correct. You're right. My bad. Yeah. Getting my weeks again. Trying to get my weeks all situated here because yeah, that'd be day 7. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. So they're doing a on day 7. They're doing at 4:30. They're doing a Star Trek Starfleet Academy panel with all of them. Oh gosh, that's gonna be really good. I'm trying to see if they're gonna show that episode on they're doing a panel on that day. I wonder if they're going to have the episode that night. Oh my, yeah. Oh, this is gonna have to be fun. I'm sorry. I like that they're gonna have Star Trek trivia Malcolm's Red Hot Read Alert Rounders with, oh god, with Dominic. That's gonna have to be that's gotta be so much fun. Oh my god.
So
I,
they're showing the new Academy episode on day 7 at 10:45 p.m. So it'll be a little late, but yeah, they do have episode 8 premiere on day 7.
oh, all right. So it is there, so I will be able to watch it. But if I want to watch it and join Rachel and everybody on, if I'm not busy doing something on the cruise, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm almost tempted to try it just to see how well the Starlink works on the cruise, to see if I can actually join
You
the
might
first
be able
batch.
to pull it off.
I know. We'll see. Hopefully, let's see here. That's it's well. Actually, I keep thinking about it. I got to figure out what time zone we'll be in. Oh, God, I didn't even think about that. Like
Yeah,
all the different time zones we're going to be in,
yeah,
possibly.
we're actually going to be east of the East Coast at some. We'll
Yeah,
be 2 hours from
Bahamas.
Central Time. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's rough traveling east when you have to like get up an extra hour early, but it makes it easy
Ooh,
when you come back home.
true, true. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. This is going to be okay. That I'm not gonna lie. How ironic that they are playing the last movie for the night. If you see on there on day 7 is the Star Trek for the Voyage Home is the last movie for the.
Very appropriate.
Yes, it is. Oh my god. Oh man. Um. So, is there anything else you just love to share with people that I mean, I know we've kind of been, I kind of had us all over the place, but again, for my first time doing this, again, it's my first cruise. I know because like I said, last year was my first STLV. It was kind of just, I hate to say overwhelmed, but it was just definitely a lot to take in. And
Well,
so, yeah, we'll see.
I really enjoy both STLV and the cruise. They're
Hmm.
both like not just like my favorite conventions or like my favorite, I don't know, kind of like Star Trek event of
Hmm.
the year, but just like in general, like those, it's almost like Christmas or something. Like I look forward to those 2 weeks, like all year long. Uh, it's a great experience, and a big part of it is just because like the people you're around are like as big of jerks as people can be on the internet. When you put like
Yes.
a lot of Trekkies together in a room at a convention or on a cruise or wherever, it's such a positive space to exist in and a welcoming space, and you feel like you can trust everyone, and
Hmm.
there's no other community I'm involved in that it's just that easy
Hmm.
to plug into and just I don't know, just have a good time.
Correct, and that's what I found out about going to Vegas. So I know this is just going to be a more confined space. You're all stuck on the ship together, so you're not going anywhere. So don't be a jerk to anybody. Just be nice. Be a good Trekkie. And so I know I just I'm really looking forward to this. I fly out. I'm leaving here Thursday. I'm going out of Houston, so flying out of Houston, I'll be in Florida about 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon, and then flying home Saturday. I'm staying one night over just to decompress, I think.
Fun, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to do in the Orlando area too.
Hmm.
So we're at Cape Canaveral. I need to go to the Kennedy Space
It's,
Center at some point. I've
it's
gone to
fun.
the Johnson one in
Yeah.
Houston a couple times. I've never been to
Yeah.
the Cape Canaveral one.
Let's see here. Are you two going to the party? I don't know.
I would love to go to the pool party. You should go, Chris, if you're around, because it's just gonna be like a lot of people hanging out by the pool at the Radisson. And even if you're not staying at the Radisson, you can go to the party there. But
Okay.
my flight is actually kind of late Thursday night. I probably won't make it to my hotel room until like 10 p.m. So
Gotcha.
I'm going straight to bed. I'm boarding the ship at noon the next day, and I'll just see everyone there. But yeah, I encourage people to go to the Radisson party. I would do that if I was going to be in town in time. So,
Gotcha.
But it's fun. But it's also like, hey, I got like the drink package, so like why do I want to go like drink at a hotel bar the night before? I can just wait till the next day and it
True.
all won't
True.
cost me anything more. So
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Well, I'll definitely try to make it there if I can. I mean, I should be there because knock on wood, barring any flights or anything, I
yeah, you
should.
never know.
Yeah, exactly. I should be there at I think about 4 something on Thursday. So, and I gotta look at where I'm staying. I actually another member, a friend of mine, she had an extra room that she reserved for the hotel because I had forgot again. I'll be honest, I was going back and forth on going for a while. And so I had not gotten a room yet. And luckily, a friend of mine, Janet, she had an extra room that she didn't need anymore. So I got it from her, I'm taking it over from her and just going to stay. And I've got to look and see where I'm at. I can't remember which hotel it is. Let me see, because if it is the Radisson, then that'll make it a whole lot easier to.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Where am I staying? It is Radisson Resort at the port. So
Well, there you go. So you're already at the party. So yeah, Chris will be there. It sounds like.
then I can definitely be there. Awesome. Well, again, Father, thank you for doing this tonight with me. I don't know if there's anything else. It's like no excuse not to go now. Dang it. The
No.
party's going to start early. It sounds like, oh my goodness.
But yeah, I'm excited for all the people who are going for the first time, like you and Taylor, and Wanda Valentine and the Tex-Trek
Yes.
audience said that she's going to be there for her first Trek cruise as well. So I hope all of y'all have as much fun with it as I've had all the times I've gone.
I think we will, and that's something I'm getting to meet even more people like Wanda. I get to meet Wanda finally. And there's several other members of other groups I'm part of that I'm getting to meet, and then my regular people that are my cruise goers like TJ Jackson Bay and some other members. TJ,
yeah, I love
Jerry.
TJ. I run into him on the cruise every time I go. He's there. So great dude.
He's cruiser. He's a cruise goer. And honestly, before we go, that was kind of like the last thing that kind of pushed me over the edge to make the decision to initially go was when I started seeing, it's kind of like same for Vegas, when I started seeing pictures and videos coming through and I saw him up on stage during, it was for last year, he was on stage for the trivia, the Family Feud style trivia or Family Feud for the game night. I was like, okay, I got to give it a shot, And so I gave it, I'm doing this I sold it to myself as a retirement gift to myself since I retired in last year.
Hell yeah. You deserve it. So,
and then also I'm tagging on that it's also going to be a very early 50th birthday present to myself as well. Because I turned 50 in November. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm justifying it to myself that way. But yeah, I am looking forward to the 2027 cruise as well. As long as I like it, which I think I will. It's going to be out of New Orleans. It's a whole lot closer because it's a drive for you and I. We can just drive there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be nice.
That'll be nice. All right. Well, if you have any last final words?
No, other than if people see me on the ship, I'm easy to find. Like I always look like this. Like I always have like the same hat on. I guess not always, but a lot of the times. If you want to say hi to me, just holler at me. And I love going to places like this and bumping into people, and they're like, "Oh, are you the Tex-Trek dude?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." And
yep.
Interacting with the people that normally I only interact with online when I can see them face to face. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, as Joel calls us, the screen people.
Yes.
And I'll be there. Same thing, just like Father, you said, just come say hi. I'll be wearing, I'll probably have my channel shirts on. I'll have have different shirts from other people as well. So yeah, and treat you. So I am. So, all right. Well, we're going to let everybody go because I know there's a seventh rule recap starting here in a few minutes. So I'm going to let everybody go and have a wonderful evening. Thanks again, Father.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Have a good night.